Hey friends, I'm back. Okay, so I've had some pop-offs. This is our peel-based study. Yeah, I've definitely had some accidents going on over here. So it's been 5 days. Let's find out which is which. Okay, so just like the last two studies, I am going to pop them off and see which ones come off in a good, nice, clean piece. I am going to file both sides just like normal, and then we're going to pop off the dip and see what we got. So I'm going to go ahead and file all my edges. All right, I think I am pretty good on the filing. I actually went to file the edges of my thumb, and the thumb popped right off. So I'm going to go ahead and make a note before we start. So both thumbs popped off, my index finger of the one layer and the middle finger of the two layers. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. All right, and then I'm just going to take my tool, pop it off like regular. So here's our middle finger. Came off perfect. The ring finger I am not getting off at all. This was the one that had to be cured. It was gel based. I am not having good luck at all with this. It's actually lifting up my builder gel layer that I have on my nail. So, and I can see like my nails bending. I'm not gonna force that anymore. I'm actually gonna take an e-file and file that off. See what we get with that. All right, and then the pinky. Jeez. Wow. Took some of my builder gel also. So that is the pinky. So my single layer hand, I'd say the middle finger was the best because it's the only one that didn't come off early but came off in a whole sheet. Goodness. All right, let's do the double layer. This is the double layer peel base. Here is our index. Nice and clean. Again, the middle finger, or I'm sorry, the ring finger I'm not getting off, and I'm not going to force it. The pinky came off in a couple pieces. So for the double layer, I would say the index finger was the best. It came off nice and clean. It stayed on, but it came off like it was supposed to. Thumb came off too early. The middle finger came off too early. The ring finger I couldn't get off, and the pinky came off in multiple pieces. So we're gonna go with the index finger for that. Okay, so let's see what they are. Number one. So number one had a greater than 5 minute dry time, right? So I cut off the timer. Greater than 5 minute dry time. It was clear and the consistency was runny. It did not have an odor. And both the single layer and the double layer came off too early. So for this one, I would say a thin strip down the middle. Number one is UNT or UNT. Number two had a 3 minute and 50-second dry time. It was clear and the consistency was thin. No odor. The single layer did come off early. The double layer actually stayed on, and I would say this worked great for a double layer. I'm not sure what happened with my single layer, but the double layer worked great. It came off whenever it was supposed to after I filed. This one is Skinny Dipp'n Dips, popping off. Number three had a 4 minute dry time. It was clear and the consistency was thicker. No odor. The double layer came off early, but the single layer came off perfect. That was my pick for the single layer. Ritzy Dips. So Ritzy Dips is my number one pick for a single layer. Number four had a dry time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It was clear. The consistency was thicker. It did have an odor. And this is the gel-based one. I was not able to get either of them off. I mean, I'm gonna have to e-file them. So I probably used this incorrectly, which that happens in my life. I might need more direction. Crival Nails. Now I absolutely love her other liquid products, so this is probably user error, okay? Number 5. Number 5 is the last one. So number 5 had a 2-minute and 30-second dry time. There's Baz. It was clear, the consistency was thicker, it did not have an odor, and it came off in a million different pieces. Number 5 is Virgo and Gem. Okay, so my winners, I picked 3 Ritzy Dips, and then number 2 Skinny Dipp'n Dips. So I would go with Ritzy Dips for a really good single layer. The double layer came off early, so Ritzy Dips, just a single layer, worked the best. And then for a double layer, I would go with Skinny Dipp'n Dips. And that is if you want them to come off nice and clean in a sheet, and you want the under nail to be completely unaffected. Now remember, I do wear my mayonnaise probably like 2 days max over here. I'm changing them out pretty frequently. So I do use a full layer or 2 full layers often. Now, if you are trying to wear your if you are trying to wear your dip mayonnaise for more than a day or 2, start with a thin strip down the middle, see how it goes. Peel base is something that you kind of have to mess around with. It's kind of nail specific, I think, liquid specific, and brand specific, right? So you do have to mess around with it. The one thing I have learned doing all of these different brands, they pretty much all work. There's just only a couple that I haven't had great results with. Now this Crival Nails, I'm sure it does work. I am guaranteed I used this incorrectly. I did cure it. I might not have cured it long enough. I'm not sure. There has to be something I missed there. Cure for 30 seconds. So it does say it on the bottle. I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite peel base is. I'm going to go ahead in with the Ritzy Dips. This is the one that I'm going to be reaching for a while now. I really like how it worked. And I'll see you next time.